Hi everyone. Uh, Yesterday we did a video on Devi and her Upasana, and I was so surprised that the kind of emails that I got and the kind of response that I got as far as you know uh, wanting to know more about the Devi and requesting me to talk about her was really overwhelming. And I thought that I should make a few more videos, and I was thinking of making an entire series of on her. And because it's such a difficult time that we are going through right now. I mean, the entire universe, the nature, everything is going through a change, and everybody is going through some psychological changes. We are going through all kinds of changes, emotional changes, physical changes, health changes, and all kinds of changes. And I thought that is why I thought, the only one who can actually help during this time is the mother. Because as I keep saying, there are different forms. Uh, but if you see, once you're a mother and the what you feel for your child, only a mother can feel, and I feel no one else can feel that. So she is the mother, and she feels our pain, she feels our all the things that we go through, and it is she who can help us at this time. So we'll talk about her. Now, if you talk about Upasana, as in sadhana, so if you're doing Upasana, Vishnu Upasana, for example, you can get peace of mind and devotion. That is what you get internally. And if you're talking about Devi Upasana, in Devi Upasana, you can get Bhog and Aishwarya. So because that's her nature. Naturally, she is what material wealth, Maya, and Aishwarya is. So, as we say, Vishnu, when Vishnu leaves you, for example, if Vishnu leaves you, which is like, very rare, because he is by nature very peaceful and he lives in Vairagya Bhav. So, detached. So, you really don't feel much about what's happening. He is always at peace. So, if he leaves your heart, it is like you feel demoralized, you lose your peace of mind, you lose that sense of devotion. This is what happens if Vishnu leaves you. If Mahadevi leaves you, ever, if she leaves your heart, if she is angry with you, you are ruined, because you become poor. If you don't have money, if somebody gets poor in terms of material wealth or in terms of the rest of the material, I'm talking about money, let's stick to money. If you lose your money, then you lose your self-respect. You don't have anything. That is, I think, to live on this earth, you need money. And for money, you need her. It sounds really bad, but that is how it is. You really can't change it. Because a mother never wants her child to become a yogi. Think about yourself. Would you want your child to become a yogi? You would not. The mother always wants that children should enjoy their life, have the best of everything for you, and that is what the nature of mother is. We can't change that. So that is how she is. So if you're getting into her Upasana, if you're doing her sadhana, the first thing you get is money. In terms of bhog, she'll give you everything that you require to have a materially fulfilling life. That is how you understand that you're going in the right path, and she's going to give you enough of that. You can be sitting anywhere. You can be in a cremation ghat, you can be in a cave, you can be somewhere sitting in some holiday spot, you can be anywhere in the jungles, wherever you sit. you will get wealth there in terms of sampatti. You get that. The second thing, what you get is in her upasana is you get Aishwarya. She is the epitome of Aishwarya. The all kinds of good things, all kind of wealth, and all the jazz that you talk about, all the bling that you talk about. That is what she is. So she in Lakshmi Roop gets to you, and I mean, it is her nature again that she would say you've been, doing, you are in the sadhana for me. You've asked for me. Here I am. I have come for you. So she's there as far as that is concerned. So as human beings, we're very confused. Is spirituality all about leaving everything and sitting somewhere and leaving all the material wealth and sitting under a tree? No, we can't. We are living on this planet, and we are living in this domestic life. We need money. We need the good things in life to have a good life. We need good food. Even for a good health, you need good food. Everything. For everything, you require money. So obviously, we can't say just because we are doing sadhana, now we are supposed to be walking towards liberation. No, that's not the case if you're talking about Devi Upasana. Otherwise, if you really, really want to become liberated, then you need to leave home and, and go somewhere and sit under a tree, just like Gautam Buddha did. I mean, he left everything. He left his palace and he left his family and he searched for his own enlightenment and he went out. That is what you're supposed to do if you're talking about liberation. But yeah, when you're thinking about in your house, sitting in your house and doing all that, is not happening. So when we are talking about Devi Upasana as a mother, as everything else, she is going to give that. So don't think about what's right, what's wrong. As far as a mother is concerned, she is not going to judge you with whatever you're thinking, because she's soft. She will see how much you're trying. And just like any mother, we as mothers, when we do things for our child, we don't expect anything back from them. But a little thing that a child does, something like even giving you a flower or giving you a small tiny little bit tidbit here and there, you feel so overwhelmed and then you feel like doing everything for the child, right? So it is exactly what she does. Vairagya bhav is much higher than tyag. What it is there is a difference. You have to lead a life, a good life, help people, do things. For everything you need money. But you don't get attached to it in such a way that you can't pass it on or you can't share it. So you have to live a life in Vairagya Bhav, in the sense that you attain everything, but don't get so attached to it that it affects you badly. So that is what it is. So you have to stay in a state of Ishwar Bhav, so then you can actually attain whatever we are talking about. The third thing Ma gives is Veera Bhav. What is it? So if you are in actually ill health, you're not going to, all the riches that you have in the world is not going to make you feel nice. So to be enjoying the bhog, the Aishwarya, everything, you need to have good health. So that is what is another thing which is important, and this is what she gives. She protects her children from all kinds of ill health. She'll give you good health. She gives you bal, as in strength. She can give you strength to carry on your daily duties, give you the strength to stand against the tide whenever there's a need. Like Kali, every woman stands for their children or family at some point of time or the other, because it is her creation. She's trying to protect her creation. So she will obviously try to do that. So as a form, she can give you that strength. Another thing that she gives you is wisdom, buddhi. So after giving you the Bhog, Aishwarya, and then good health, she'll obviously give you the wisdom to take care of that health, to take care of the Aishwarya that you have, to take care of the money that you have, money that she's given you. So all that is important. After Buddhi, she gives you Siddhi. Siddhi is, of course, as everybody knows, gives you that power. So yesterday we were talking about Mansik Puja, formless puja, her formless. She is actually formless. She doesn't have a form. If you ever get to read the Lalita Sahasranam, you will see that anything that you can think about in the entire day, she is there. So she is there in everything, in every action, in every bit, in every inaction. She is beyond the gunas. She is beyond love and hate. She is beyond everything else. She is beyond attachments. She is beyond everything. So she is there. And the seventh thing that she gives you is Ishishtva. You become Isht yourself. So she says that this world is my playground. Now go and enjoy yourself. I'll give you everything that you desire. Go and have fun, my child. This is exactly what she does. So all you need to do is just try it. Just try it. Try calling her from the core of your heart. Try as a child connecting to her. Why I actually wanted to talk about this during this time is everybody is going through such a crisis. Some people are losing their jobs, some people are losing their sense of stability, and some people are losing a lot of money. People don't have money at this time. So why not? Why not try asking the one who's got everything? She is the ruler of everything. She's got all the wealth. I mean, she is the Aishwarya that we are talking about. Why don't we connect to her and get our peace of mind from her? And I'm sure that she's going to come by and she's going to help you. Let's get the Devi.